I love traveling, and the shoot was supposed to happen in Australia. So I thought there is no way I can say no to this. And
Yeah.
it was also like very coming of age, something which I had never done before. I remember a couple of days back, she was watching the show and she was like, I'm the watching Pavitra Rishta. Nicely had. And people still watch the show. We both are in like good terms, and whenever we want to like talk to each other, we want to say something, convey something to each other, we do that.
Hello everyone and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today with us we have Asha Negi, who's here to talk about her upcoming show Khwabo Ke Parinde. Hi Asha, welcome to Pinkvilla.
Hi, thank you so much.
Firstly Asha, how have you been?
I have been good. I think I'm glad that, as soon as the lockdown, like I think before lockdown began in Bombay, I moved to back to my hometown. I went to the mountains. I happened to be in the mountains for some time, like for a week. I think I went for some trekking and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think I was really lucky to go at that time. And when I was back, everything was like, woof.
Yeah.
Expected what was happening, and so I stayed back in my hometown. I didn't know that I'm going to be there for a couple of months. I thought I'll be there for 15 days and I'll be back when everything will be fine, but nobody expected that. So yeah.
Khwabo Ke Parinde is just around the corner and I saw the teaser. It's very, very exciting. Tell me, how did Khwabo Ke Parinde happen for you?
I knew Rohan Shah, who is also an actor, and Rohan, Tapas, Kishan, all these people were planning to make this show. And I remember Rohan calling me for it, and then I went and met these guys. I read the script, and I thought it was beautiful. And also because I'm such a I love traveling, and the shoot was supposed to happen in Australia. So I thought there is no way I can say no to this.
Yeah.
And it was also like very coming of age, something which I had never done before.
So you all take a road trip from Melbourne to Perth. Now, that's a very, very interesting journey. How was that journey like while you were shooting for it?
It was all fun. I mean, I don't remember, one boring moment or anything which was not fun. Like,
sure.
Also, that trip changed me a lot as a person. I am a firm believer that, travel changes you a lot. And this one was such a trip. I think we were there for more than 2 months.
Yeah.
And we were shooting in like all outskirt places in Australia. So I remember when we came back after shooting all of that, and when the rest of the chunk which was supposed to be shot in Melbourne was supposed to happen, after we came back, it felt like हम कहाँ आ गए? Imagine Melbourne में आके हमें ऐसा लग रहा है हम कहाँ आ गए? Buildings, road, and traffic. Imagine Melbourne का traffic हमें चुभ रहा था. We were in all the outskirt places and so much fun, yeah. Like now when the show is coming out and when we are like seeing all the photographs, old memories, and all the memories being recollected, I feel we had so much fun, and what a trip it was. Like, we stayed in motels, we stayed in hostels, and those bunk beds hote hain na,
oh wow.
And it was amazing. We used to like go out and search for Indian food because craving itni बढ़ जाती थी एक time पे. So
Wow. Besides this trip, of course, like you, I can see the excitement on your face, how much fun you guys have had there. But besides this, have you had any other memorable road trip that you remember that still remains with you? Road trips are always special, right? It's close to your heart.
Yeah, that's true. So I think that's why I'm saying that this one was really special. It changed me as a person because I have not really had road trips. I've always traveled to places. And recently I went for this trek with my Dehradun buddies, and it was like a proper trek. I mean, there are no toilets also. Like that, it is also challenging in a lot of ways. So, yeah, but I feel that all these trips, whether they are like for work or whether just fun or, 5 days trips or more than 2 months like this one, they all change you in some or the other way.
Do you have a favorite road trip film?
Favorite road trip? Yeah. I really like this one, Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
And I think there are more, but याद नहीं आएंगी मुझे.
Anything in Hindi that you remember? The recent past, we have made a couple of road trip films which
जिंदगी ना
just so
मिलेगी
special.
दोबारा यार.
Oh, yes.
Like, yeah, I mean,
Asha, Pavitra Rishta played a very important role in your career and it completed 12 years recently. How does that feel like?
very emotional, and I think that, I mean, that was one show, you know, that changed my life, that changed my destiny. That was like a huge break in my life, my career,
Correct.
and which gave me so much love, so much fame.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, such loyal fans I got through that show who are like still there with me. And I really find myself lucky to be a part of that show.
Sure.
And I mean, the people are still watching the repeat telecasts of that show. And yeah, even my mom, I remember a couple of days back, she was watching the show and she was like, I'm the watching Pavitra Rishta nicely. And people still watch the show. So I feel I'm very, very lucky to be a part of that show. And of course, we all were very emotional after, on the 12th year anniversary of the show. So yeah.
Yeah, it is apparently coming back as Pavitra Rishta 2.0. Will you be a part of it also?
I don't know. I have no idea about it. In fact, I also had heard from somebody that season 2 is coming, 2.0, but I have no idea about it.
Oh, okay. And also, you know, whenever we mention Pavitra Rishta, the first name that comes to our mind is Sushant Singh Rajput. And in a few days, it will be his first death anniversary. How do you remember him today?
I have not really, worked with him much, because I remember when we had joined Pavitra Rishta, he had already quit the show. And there was Hiten sir playing Manav's character. But whatever I remember him coming to the sets, and I remember a couple of times me going to Ankita's house. So he was a very intelligent guy. I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, I was not really very close to him, so I can't say much, but a very intelligent guy, very humble, and very talented is what I can say. I was not very close to him, so I don't really know much about him, but yes.
Asha, last year a lot was said about you and Ritwik. How is your equation with him today?
It's good. I mean, we both are in like good terms, and whenever we want to like talk to each other, we want to say something, convey something to each other, we do that, and it's all normal. I mean, he has moved on, I have moved on, and I think it's been more than a year now. So we all should move on.
And all I wish is for, health and good for both of you guys.
But that is the most important thing, right? You want the other person to be happy, healthy, and be at the top, successful. I think that's the most important thing. So I think that is great that, we both we both want the best for each other. So I think that is something which is beautiful, which should be there.
That's what I hope it's always like that. One last thing, after Khwabon Ke Parinde, any other web show that's on the way? That we should know about?
Yes, there is, but I don't know if I can talk about it right now. But yes, there is something, and we will have a chat once that is out.
Sure, I cannot wait.
I can talk about it yet or no.
Sure, I understand, but I cannot wait. Thank you so much, Asha. This was a lovely, lovely conversation.
Thank you so much. Had fun.
Take care.